What's going on, guys? I'm Rudy and welcome back to Claiming. Alright guys, today I'm going to be making a toy for my dad's tattoo studio. He's currently working on putting on new merch for the shop, and I thought it'd be a great idea to make an 80s style carded figure as part of the line. I'm actually very excited for this project because I've been wanting to make a figure in this style for a while now. So I picked this guy up on eBay for like $3, and I'm going to be using him as a base for my custom because he is the perfect size and style for the figure I'm trying to make. So this is the shop's logo. I do want to incorporate it in the figure, so I'll be replacing the head with a skull. I also wanted to resemble my dad, so I will be making the sleeves a little longer, the shirt longer, and I will be adding a cap because he's always wearing one. So for this next step, I'm going to be making the arms a little bit wider. I'm going to be carving some of the head off and removing this watch. Just basically getting it ready before I start adding clay. So I'm done carving the head and removing the watch. I also added some clay under the armpits to make his arms a little wider. Now using some resin clay, I'm going to start sculpting at the legs and working my way up to the head. So the clay is finally dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to airbrush one coat of primer. That will bring out any imperfections that I need to fix before I make a mold. So I just finished priming it and it did bring out some imperfections that need to be sanded, but nothing too major. Now what I'm going to do is going to let it dry here for about 5 hours before I get to sanding. So I was about to start prepping for the mold and I totally forgot that I need to make a tattoo machine for the figure. So I'm gonna get that done real quick. It's gonna look a little something like this. Alright, so now that the figure and the tattoo machine are done, we can finally start prepping for the mold. Alright, so for this next part, I'm going to be making a rectangular box. This is where the mold is going to be poured into. This is actually the first time I ever make a mold, and I am using Moldstar 15 by a company called Smooth-On. I don't currently own a vacuum chamber, so that's why I'm using the technique of pouring from very high in hopes of popping any air bubbles on the way down. For the first pull, I did get some imperfections. There were some air bubbles created at both feet. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fix that in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna cover it with some epoxy clay. It's finally time for my favorite part, which is painting. The figure has been primed and it's ready to go. card was actually designed using Photoshop, and I know I really didn't show much of it, but the video is getting a little too long, and I do plan on making a video on this in the future in case any of you are interested. The final product, guys, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out. It is the first time I do something like this, but I do plan on making more toys in this style. So subscribe if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at Claiming, and let me know what you guys think. For now, this is gonna go straight into Protector.